Thank you all of you for your patience. As Luigi said, we're going to try to speak about 15% faster than we normally, so we finish on time. But listen, we are here to talk about a technology that has been making a significant impact in the lives of many of you in this room and many people all around the world. This is a technology that has been with us ever since there was an us, ever since there was human beings walking the planet. Of course, the Earth had an electromagnetic field, and we've been benefiting from it for all that time. So what we're going to be talking about today is an amplified version of that electromagnetic field. What happens when you start influencing your body all the way down to every human cell? It happens to health and well-being. So we're going to move through some slides rather quickly. The thing that I want you to understand that typing is a little bit small, so you're not being able to read all of it, but increasing oxygen delivery all the way down to the cell is incredibly important, and much of the healing, especially much of the early fast benefits that you start to receive when you start using one of these devices that people are using before. If you haven't had an opportunity to try one of those and you're here as a guest, you don't own one, make sure you take a little bit of time, take 10 or 15 minutes. Even when someone's speaking, if you see a free machine, walk around over there and give it a try, okay? I think that's an important thing for you to do. So oxygenating your body, making sure that the nutrient delivery is important, especially if you have made a concentrated effort to pay closer attention to what you're eating. If you're someone who eats organic, for example, or you're someone who's drinking purified water, or you're someone who's taking antioxidants, micronutrients, and you are going to receive an additional boost using this PMF technology because of the fact that those vibrations assist your cells to operate at an optimal level. Now, one of those optimal level benefits is we talk about the permeability of the cell membrane. So when you imagine, in fact, you can see on the slide the human cell. The blue wall, the membrane inside, the DNA, the orange wall, the center, well, that membrane, two things need to happen. Nutrition needs to come in, and waste needs to leave. So, one of the things you're going to learn on this particular slide, take a look at the little blue box. You're going to find this fascinating. Cells respond between 0 and 30 hertz. Think about below that. Tissues respond between 0 and 30 hertz. Nerve regeneration, people have any nerve damage from an accident in their body. Nerve regeneration, 2 hertz. Bone growth, 7, and ligament healing, 10. So there are many, many things happening inside your system when you're subjecting yourself to a treatment. So, one more slide ahead. Just think of yourself or yourself as a battery. And when those battery charges get very low, you can have a look again, there's a disease state, that cancer state, when your cell charges are too low. So giving yourself a boost on a daily basis is incredibly important. Now what we're going to do, we're going to run through the product lineup that OlyLife has. We're going to do it really quickly. But I want you to be aware of some of the benefits. You can see them on the screen. One of the most obvious, one of the quickest things we're getting reports from people is they talk about remembering their dreams. They say, I'm having the most vivid dreams. I'm sleeping deeper when I start using this machine. And that tells you something that's very important. When you're remembering dreams, you're probably spending more time in a stage 4 sleep. Remember, your REM sleep is 4 stages of sleep. The best rest comes to stage 4. That's when you're dreaming. That's also when your body is healing. So anything you can do to put yourself in a stage 4 sleep for a longer period of time is going to help your body significantly. So both PMF and terahertz is what we're going to talk about for the next about 10 minutes. But reduction in pain, often called neuropathy. Many of you have chronic pain that you're suffering from, and you're seeing a reduction of that chronic pain. Here's the most important thing that you're seeing a reduction in chronic pain without adding chemicals and drugs to your body. This is such an important thing. So let's start running through these devices one at a time. One of the focuses and the ambition of this company is to be able to bring technology like this, you can see in a clinic, very large and very expensive piece of equipment, to reduce the size of that and make the cost affordable for everyone so you can start having benefits for the entire family at home. And that is what we're going to talk about here. The Terra P90 is one of the machines that you can see off the side. There's a P90 and P90 Plus here for you to try. So most importantly, you're going to see the benefits that come from the terahertz waves, and the PPM pulse electromagnetic field waves, pain management, set, and repair. You'll see a few bullet points here. You're also going to see reduction in inflammation, improve your sleep, and boost circulation, and overall, you're going to learn in just a couple of minutes that human cells actually have the capacity to heal themselves. And with this type of boost, remember we talked between 0 and 30 hertz, you're going to accelerate the cell to assist in healing itself. Now the P90 Plus is the big brother or sister, the one we just talked about, and the biggest difference is when you go over there and try one, it's the two ones that you see in the photograph. So one of those is, it's at 650 nanometers of red light therapy. How many of you had a red light therapy in the past before? Or red light treatment, perhaps at a spa? Anybody? Or facial? Red light facial? Yes? So red light therapy is absolutely incredible. And if you're unsure of the benefits, you can go do some research on your own. One of the best places to go is pubmed.gov. That's pubmed.gov. It's a wonderful medical search engine. You're going to see some incredible results from red light therapy. So a place like this, in addition to giving you all the health benefits of PEMF terahertz, you're also going to be able to treat yourself like you're a spa in your home. So skin and scalp health is incredibly stimulating. You can also generate collagen production through these wands. You're also going to reduce inflammation, so any teenagers at home that have acne problems, you're probably going to lose control of this thing. And also reducing signs of aging. So EMS, or electronic muscle stimulation, is some incredible benefits from the two wands that come from the P90 Plus. This ionizer, you can see the poster here. And this happens a lot in Ontario. Every now and then you'll have a thunder shower start to roll through, the dark clouds will roll through, the wind will pick up, the lightning is about to start striking. And you'll notice this really fresh scent in the air. That's a dump of ions, a negative ions in the atmosphere. So nature does this all by itself. This particular product mimics nature. The way it does that is by driving ions to the tune of about 200 million per cubic centimeter. 200 million negative ions into your living room. This is a really, really potent machine, very, very low cost. But the wonderful thing about it is once you set it up, it's running all day and all night, everyone in the family gets the benefit. So this ionizer is something that would struggle with your hands on. The next is the G1 glasses. I've seen a couple of people wearing them here. I think a couple of you were wearing them when you were driving here. And this is the world's first, this technology, because this is, if you take a look, it's 7.8 hertz. So this is a very, very low frequency PEMF device. So what it means is that you now can use PEMF to treat all of your optical issues. So a lot of muscles, a lot of nerves around problems, and a lot of inflammation problems, a lot of premature aging. You've all heard of macular degeneration, oxidation, coronary parts of the eye. This is going to assist in a number of different ways. It really does it is to heat and massage and reducing inflammation through PEMF. So it's a wonderful device. The reason I think this is worth having in one's home is there is an epidemic that's happening in the world today, regardless of where you live. And it is what many of you have in your hands right now, your smartphone. So the problem with smartphones is we often especially when we're laying in bed or maybe checking something on our phone, often phones are too close to our faces. So what that will do is it will strain muscles in our bodies. In fact, one of those conditions, myopia, if you have a look at the last sentence on the screen, it says statistically, now we've got this statistic from Singapore because OlyLife is based in Singapore. 80% of children, this is a crazy statistic, 8 kids out of 10 have myopia. It's insane. But I think you would find a similar statistic in any country these days because it doesn't matter where you live, every kid has a cell phone to their nose. So these particular goggles can assist in managing conditions. Who has a hydrogen water bottle already? Who's drinking hydrogen water? Anybody? Okay, some very forward-thinking people. So this idea of driving hydrogen in your water is a huge craze these days. If you don't believe me, just go to Google. Go to Google and type in hydrogen water. You're going to see. Looks like if you're born in the 60s, that looks like a lava lamp. So you have one in your room and you smoke dope in your room and fall asleep like that. That's what the kids did. So anyway, so this drives hydrogen in water, but it does so with a really interesting technology. Take a look at this. And scribble this down on a piece of paper if you've never heard this term before. MRET. So this is molecular resonance technology. And if you go to PubMed.gov and you type in MRET, I want you to also type in NASA. NASA. So that's the guys that extract rockets to people and shoot them in space. And some amazing research is being done with MRET, NASA, and also some European research facilities. Some incredible research. It's going to blow you away. So go do some research on your own and MRET and NASA, and I think you'll be very shocked at what you see. So what this does is it assists in declustering water molecules. By doing so, it simply makes the water easier for your cells to absorb. Now, if you have one of those, you also have a P90, so your cell membranes are becoming more pliable. It's much easier to keep yourself hydrated. The opposite, your body performs much better when it's hydrated. So this also has anti-aging benefits again. Again, there's an ability to help manage free radicals. You know, oxidants, antioxidants like vitamin E, vitamin B, keratin, vitamin D. Those antioxidants play a huge role in your body's ability to neutralize some toxins. Well, this can also play a big role in your body's ability to neutralize toxins as well. So this helps a lot with the elimination of free radicals, which just helps make your immune system strong. Makes the job easier. All right, the very last thing we're going to talk about is something called Vitality 1. Now, we talked about terahertz and PEMF. This is a terahertz product, but it's specialized. And what this does is it has a very specific range of functions. You can see right here between 3 and 3,000 micrometers. So it's designed very specifically for pain management. And one of the things that the product comes with in that case is a stand that oscillates. So you can give yourself a treatment while you're watching a favorite show, or while you're on the computer, or while you're reading a book. You don't have to hold it device yourself. It oscillates because the product is very strong and pushes a lot of higher, so you're always thinking when you're using it. Now, the other thing that's important here is this last one. This has a range between 3 and 5 centimeters. So what that means is that you have maybe some damage in your body, perhaps it's an injury in the back, hip, or maybe you had a replacement surgery, a broken bone, or torn ligaments and tendons. This particular product has the capacity to penetrate deeper into your body and heal it. Remember, the first time we looked at it, there were the ligaments, 10 megahertz to heal ligaments. This particular product works within that range. So with that, I'm going to turn the time over to Luigi. And we're going to introduce your next speaker, who I know you're absolutely going to love. While he's coming, I want to give you a bit of a warning. And that is, you need to make sure that you stay hydrated when you're using any of this equipment. Because one of the side effects, the natural side effect of PEMF is detoxification. Remember, your body protects itself by shoving toxins into dormant fat cells. So, you know, your subcutaneous fat cells for guys, it's usually our belly. It pushes toxins through those dormant fat cells out of our active system in an effort to protect ourselves. When we start using PEMF terahertz, it starts pulling those toxins back into our active system. So a lot of you, maybe you'll try one of these devices and you'll say, I feel like I'm getting a cold. I feel a little bit sick, I feel like I have a flu, or I feel really tired. So that's the equipment actually doing its job. It's pulling those toxins into your active system. If you don't flush them with water, you're just going to reabsorb them. Okay? So you want to have a healthy glass of water before you take the treatment. So run over there and use one of those. Make sure you bring a glass of water with you. And when you're finished, have another one. Just help your body do its job so the machine's delivering the best results it can. So with that, turn the time back to our host. I want to thank you very much for your attention. Really appreciate it.